Good Wednesday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV. Wow, is it Wednesday? Man, I forgot to put my canopy up last night. Good thing we're having Wednesday. There are the puppies. Good morning, puppies. How are you, puppies? Don't jump up on me. Here it is, a Wednesday. Get the show going on Ice Age TV with the dogs and the chit show. Looks like got some piles for me. Got some pee for me. Looks like I'm on duty pickup. Clean up in aisle 5, I guess you could say. And do I remember where I put that little thing there to close? Yes, all the dogs are having a good old time. As always, at my expense, but hey, such is life. Hey, got the shorts on. Got the look of the summer months because today it's going to be in the 80s. And so let me get over to the house, take care of a few things, then we'll come back over here. And then we got, like I say, you can already see, well, if they all pooped up front here, I'd be happier than that than having to go between all the damn bikes. I wonder if I still has diarrhea. I don't get that at all. Who's got the bathroom issues? And I guess I just have to accept the poop is the poop, everybody. It is what it is. How do I ever get out of that? Oh, I know. There's lots of ideas, but do I listen to other people's ideas? Sometimes. Most would say, not really, Iceman. We always give you ideas, but you don't listen to us. Oh, that sounds like my wife. Such is the misery, right? So there's Gypsy Girl, who seems to be somewhat behaving. She's always on a mission. She always has that look and that stance and how she goes. She's always on a mission. See that? She's always looking, searching. Wife is gone. Off to work she goes. The wife is a dedicated worker. That's one thing I never had an issue with my wife is having to find a job and having to go to work. She is diligent. And, I mean, incredibly disciplined on that. So all the dogs are running that way. I don't know why all you guys want to come in. We're going to go right back out. But we'll just let you guys do that. But I'm going to leave you up there. I don't know if I'm waiting for your little ass. But did the wife put the gate up? Probably not. So they're probably in another part of the house pooping. Yeah, come over here. No, get back in here. Come on. Come here. No. Hey, mommy's not home. Come on, get on back. Yeah, they get in this room and they smell the remnants. Come on, Rebel. They smell the remnants of the poop that they did the other day. And so, what do? They poop again today. Let me put this chair up. Trust me, I put a gate up here that got broken. Yeah. We tried all the things. All right, let's see. Come on, Gypsy baby. Come on, baby. There, get back outside. Go out. Get out. Go back to the barn. Point A to point B back. Is everybody here? Even for me, it's like, I don't know. How do you have 5, 6, 7 kids? How do you know where they are? You probably don't. You may even not want to know. Oh, my goodness gracious. Let's get back over to the garage where I got a job. You know, this morning, I was really trying to think from a problem conversations. You know, here's another day the Iceman struggling to bring you content that keeps you entertained on my channel to say, yes, Iceman, we want to hear you talk. And I thought, well, have we had the jobs conversation? I mean, we all have a job. Here's the Bison HD. Really nice truck. It's the Chevy. It's incredible how if you look around right now, you don't see one Ford truck. Wow. If you watched my channel since day one of 2020, when did you ever see my driveway with not one Ford truck? Even for me, I'm just speaking out loud. Wow. So on the property, I'm down to one Ford car. Wow. Where if you look at my channel a year ago, 2 years ago, I guarantee there were 10 Fords at least. Come here, puppies. Not challenges. Don't walk through the dog crap because you got dog crap here in the path. How bad did they make my life, right? So anyways, let me clean that up real quick and we'll be right back. All right, you know, it's crazy. I get up in the morning, I'm like, turn the heat off, turn the heat off. And you know what's going on right now? My trailer is all heating the environment because I forgot to turn it off. It just doesn't end. But, you know, mankind, our brains are terrible. It really is. Mankind, you can't remember a damn thing. You tell me you can, you can't. That's why everybody has little post-it notes because you can't remember. That's why you have alerts on your phone. You can't remember. You just can't remember anything. I can't. I'm at age now. I can't remember to off heat in this camper. How many times do you witness me come out of this camper and have to go back turn off the heat? When I'm standing in the camper getting dressed, you turn the heat off, and then instantly my brain thinks of something else, and poof, it's gone. Dogs are up in the office, but what I'm going to do, I'm pretty sure upstairs there, I have 2 big-ass Kong crates, and so to help the wife out, I'm going to start teaching the dogs to be crated. So yes, everybody, breaking news. The dogs, from this point on, are getting crated. This picking up the shit each morning is I'm just done with that. So the dogs, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the crates out here, and I'll probably put them in a crate about 10 o'clock at night, and then I just have to get up early in the morning and let them out to go take their crap and piss, and not let them eat till you know, in the afternoon. I mean, it's my mistake. The food's laying on the ground yesterday, and they're eating at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So what do you think's gonna happen? Right, the job. I'm always in the job, everybody. This is a full-time job. When you have dogs, you have 7 dogs. It's a full-time job. I mean, it's like running a kennel for the most part. So I only hope I didn't get rid of those big Kong cages. Those things are guaranteed today are $300 or more each. And I'll put Gypsy in the smaller cage, and then I'll put the big dogs, Rebel and Diesel, in the other big cage. And that way, next week when I leave, I'll relocate those to inside the house, and then the wife has more control of the dogs in the house. Brian can come in and out of here. I don't have to worry about the dogs, and then I'll feel a lot better in Florida. So I got basically a week to get these guys kind of acclimated to that. It just doesn't end. It doesn't end, man. It's just, this is, when you wake up in the morning to deal with this just really isn't the way I'm going to start my day. But anyways, thinking about the jobs, thought about parenting. I just think of what can we talk about that we can all relate to. And I was thinking, you know, what's on your mind? What's on your, what drives your narrative? What do you when you wake up in the morning, what are you thinking about? And the legacy media, of course, wants you to think about them. They want you to tune into Fox News or CNN or MSNBC or whatever network you're watching on a regular basis. They want you to be thinking about them, to tune in to get the latest news and to start programming your brain for the day and how to think. That's how the media machine works. So I thought to myself, what is it about life and jobs? I mean, if you think about life, what drove you to do what you do? I never thought I'd be doing this in my lifetime. In high school, I was a very shy person, and I never thought I'd be a person doing this by any means. I never thought I'd be a person being a salesperson. I always thought I'd be a truck driver. I thought I'd be a guy because I love to drive trucks. I love cars, and just as a young kid, I loved to drive a vehicle. So I thought I'd be a truck driver, which that's not such a bad gig if you get the right gig. You can make a decent money doing that. It's hard. It can be kind of a hard life. Depends if you're a day driver or you're an over-the-road driver. I always thought I'd probably be an over-the-road driver. But the whole point is the jobs. You know, that seems to resonate more than ever of the theme of our politicians. I mean, Joe Biden with the Inflation Reduction Act, his whole presentation was the green agenda is going to bring jobs to our country. He was adamant about creating electric vehicles, batteries, solar panels, you know, the new generation, the new wave, the new direction of the country of being all electrified and all green agenda based, and the government would subsidize it to create jobs. And in so many ways that happened. Under Donald Trump, more of his beliefs are that we need to bring jobs back to this country, and we need to build better infrastructure of manufacturing to be more self-sufficient, and he's going after that through the tariffs. Well, both both of those programs that each one has put in process has cost you and I a lot of money. You and I are paying dearly for the different administrations' views and ideas of what this country, how this country can be better, and how we can have more security for the future of our jobs and well-being. But even though the new saying is the stay-at-home son, when are we going to hear the stay-at-home daughter? Where we hear all the stories all the time of all these highly educated young individuals are living in their parents' basement, and they never have gotten out in the real world to be self-sufficient and take on real world responsibilities and work. Now, how much is that all, really true and as radical as it is? I don't know. I honestly can't say it, but I do know of young people that are still living with their parents at home, but I also know that they're working as well. So that kind of can be two sides of the coin. But the real thing that's really intriguing about all this is it's the never-ending laboring and hammering of Donald Trump trying to bring the world trade to a level playing field between all the countries. But I just think it's interesting. On the one hand, here's Donald Trump presenting to you and I how he's going to create more opportunity for the future of this country, the future workers of this country. But he has a guy standing next to him called Elon Musk. There's a guy standing right next to him called Elon Musk. And I haven't heard Elon Musk talk about that as much as Donald Trump has. I've heard Elon Musk is more focused on the government ripping everybody off. I think it's the anger of Elon Musk being attacked by the Democratic Party over the years. And he's finally trying to get revenge against the Democratic Party because they want to take him to court and claim that he doesn't file his taxes correctly, or he doesn't do things correctly in his organizations. And he's trying to snub it right back in their face that, no, Mr. Government, you don't do things right, and you're the ones that are the problem. But that's a whole different conversation. But the real point of that conversation is Elon Musk is wanting to bring Optimus, the humanoid or the robot individual, or machine, I should say. So Elon Musk, if I remember right, his goal is to have 40 billion Optimus in the world. His goal is to have one robot for every two people. So you step back and say to yourself, it's incredible. You got a guy named Donald Trump that's on a hell-bent mission to so-called bring back jobs to this country, but you got the guy standing next to him that's hell-bent on selling the most robots ever in this world to be made in the future, hoping to be the #1 robot manufacturer, which I don't think he will be. The Chinese are moving faster than he is. He even acknowledges that. He's concerned about that. So where's the jobs? I mean, so if you go over the next 5-10 years at the rapid pace of this artificial intelligence is being developed like never ever seen. We are in the most rapid pace of development of technology and change more than ever in our lifetime. It's happening right in front of our eyes. I mean, it's radical. I mean, Meta just signed a deal with Constellation Energy up there, like in Illinois or somewhere up in that area, to buy nuclear energy just explicitly for their future data center they're building to support this artificial intelligence. Because that's the big argument among the artificial intelligence build-out, is there's not enough energy to sustain this technology. But it's happening. And so with that happening and the infrastructure being built, the real robots are really here coming. They're coming. They're not going to go away. It's a real deal. I mean, it's already in manufacturing. I think China right now has the most robots, automated machines, not just really so-called the human look-alike robot, but they're so automated with so-called robot technology. It's massive. And it's happening throughout the manufacturing industry as we speak. And that's the #1 thing that Elon Musk was bragging a while back about. The next generation Tesla he's going to build was going to be like the least moving manufacturing components and hands-on ever to be brought to the marketplace. And he was going to showcase this manufacturing company that was just going to dwarf the age-old conventional way of cars are being built. I haven't seen it. Maybe somebody else has, but he was bragging about how his new technology just it just eliminates so many positions and so many tasks and so many things that it's the wave of the future of manufacturing vehicles. And the autonomous vehicles are here. In Aura, the Aura solo trucking company out there in Texas, a company called Aura, I think, that developed, it's what is it, the Johnny Ive, I think, was the guy behind that development of the autonomous driving trucks. It's already happening. There's already, look at what just happened over in Russia. If that isn't a statement more than ever, go 100 years ago, if you were going into World War I, or I should say it was World War I going on at that time, I'm not sure on that date, but if you fast forward a little bit to World War II, look at who was flying airplanes to bomb Germany, to obliterate Germany. It was a human. Here we just witnessed drones have overtaken Russia's battlefield like never ever seen. The drones are in so many ways a robot. They're keep in mind, they're being run by man behind the scenes, remotely controlling these things, but it's an autonomous vehicle that flies in the air that allows military warfare. So if that isn't a statement in itself of what's going on, it's happening. The future of our military will probably be a third of half of the military be all development around artificial intelligence, of the manless tanks, drones. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And eventually, I'm sure the robot military armor guy or gal or thing or whatever you want to call it will be right there in front of you. So really, the whole point here is, here's Donald Trump rallying the whole world to bring in all the manufacturing back to our country, all the job infrastructure. But why will Amazon need you to be an employee of their company if they have robots in all of their warehouses that are receiving and shipping and packaging all the products that are all robotic? And then the vans are autonomous vehicles where the robots load up the vans. The vans are already pre-programmed on the deliveries and where they go, and the van won't need an individual in there, and then the van will be set up probably to shuffle packages, or maybe there'll be a robot in the van that steps out of the van to deliver the product. I mean, you just know that Jeff Bezos will be all over that. And they're already talking about how a robot could maybe be $25,000 or $30,000. So you compare that to Jeff Bezos hiring you, that's not even a year's income. So why wouldn't he jump all over that? And that's just like, wow. Where is that conversation? Does anybody really want to talk about that conversation? That the real future of these manufacturing jobs is not humans. It's robotics. And it's going to be massive. So for all the tit for tat that we're going through in the world right now, in the end, what came from it? And some will argue that, well, we brought back more jobs, brought back more. All right, whatever. But do you honestly think? I mean, if you think about how the Industrial Revolution, what transpired from Industrial Revolution, how many years it took for the infrastructure of transportation and manufacturing to evolve, and you're talking decades. We're now in an age of technology. You're talking years. You're talking years of transformation of things changing in front of our eyes. And as time goes on, we could be talking months. I mean, so it's a whole new world for us of where we're going, I feel, more than ever on the jobs. What is the future jobs? I mean, for all these IT guys, all these cybersecurity guys, I guarantee most people say, yeah, what is their future with this artificial intelligence? But people argue, no, the computers will never be self-sufficient. Well, I talked in great length about this a while back. That French-born guy that is the head of Meta that developed, he's a professor, and he's an incredibly knowledgeable person. And he talks about how artificial intelligence will never be what it is. It's going to have to be AGI. Artificial General Intelligence, which he claims artificial general intelligence is the way humans process information. And he says that's the next level of artificial intelligence, is once mankind can create the computers that can think on their own and do on their own, and they truly have created the artificial general intelligence, that's when he says that things will change. But his perspective on that is that's a good 10 to 20 years away. I mean, that was what he was saying. Now, is he right or wrong? I have no idea. We're moving at lightning speed. China is already starting to dominate the artificial intelligence, the clouds. I mean, a lot of things are going on in China. China's position, I'm sure, is do they really need America anymore? I mean, people tend to forget that when Trump came into office in 2016, he started hammering China, and many companies started repositioning themselves on who takes care of their goods and how they build them. So you see a lot of things now built from Vietnam. I mean, you see things built from Taiwan. You see things built in India. You see things built throughout the world more, I think, more now than you did years ago. And sure, I think in so many ways, China just set up shop in a lot of these countries and just use those countries as the name, but they're still really behind the scenes. That's the running joke in Mexico, is China just relocated to Mexico. It says it's built in Mexico, but it's a Chinese product imported to Mexico that's just assembled and then has Mexico's name on it, and you think you bought it from Mexico. I mean, how detailed is that? I don't know. You hear these ideas and thoughts and stories. For me, I kind of got a late start, and cleaning up the dog poop really has kind of delayed me on doing what I got to do, and I got to get Brian to work. We got a busy day, and it's a warm day, and I got to get going. And the question is, do I get motivated to jump on my bike and go get it inspected? I don't know yet. I have to make some phone calls. Next thing is, a guy's all over that 2021 Harley Davidson, but now he's down to, can you sell it for $24K so I can offset the taxes in a DMV paperwork? I'm like, oh my God, man. You know, I'm going to have to basically write a $1,000 check to sell it to you. So we're still going back and forth. And but he sounds very serious. He's been on this bike now for at least 2 or 3 months. So it sounds like he got the go from the wife, but now we're down to the haggling last minute. So we'll see how far it goes. And if it goes through, that'll be beyond believable. So they're on that. The Chief Bobber. So I did a Saturday, Sunday, Monday meta or a messenger power boost or marketplace power boost. So I spent $50 from Saturday, Sunday, Monday to advertise those 2 motorcycles more. And did I get a big boost? I didn't. I really didn't see any more activity on that than I usually do. But with a glimmer of hope, the 2021 CVO will finally get sold. So if I accomplish that, that'll be beyond believable. If I get rid of Chief Bobber, that would be a huge blessing as well. So then I got 2 down. But then I got, so then where it goes to, the payoff on the Harley, that there is 26 and change. So that would be, if Chesapeake gave me 35 grand, it's not going to be a ton of money to play with. It'll only be a little over 8 grand. The Fast Johnny, that thing's so buried, it's ridiculous. I still owe $40,000 on that Fast Johnny. That thing took a trade, which we buried negative equity into. So that's a problem child. That probably is better just to tell Harley to come get it and just come get it. The Breakout, I really don't want to sell this. Prefer to keep it. The Lowrider ST, I still owe like 21 grand, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Why do these finance companies buy these deals? It's ridiculous. It's really bad. You know why? They should have said, we're not going to buy all this negative equity in this motorcycle. You'll have it forever. You'll never be able to get rid of it, man. Right? So just come pick up your Fast Johnny. And I guess I'm just going to say probably come pick up your Lowrider ST. Whatever. Come get them. This here is a whole different story, which I can't get into details on that at this time. I'd like to keep that. I'd like to keep the Rocket. The ST, I mean, why do you get rid of that, right? I mean, why don't you just dump? I mean, I'll disagree. Just dump the Fast Johnny, dump the Lowrider ST, dump the other CVO, and then dump the Chief Bobber, and then just step back and maybe dump a car or two and kind of leave it at that. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out. So that's it. I got to shut up. I go to work. So appreciate everybody on my channel. And, if you watch my videos, my channel, I was showing last night that, these are long days. Making these videos, I enjoy doing this, but it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work, a lot of time, and I really do try to create content to keep you entertained and feel like you're right here with me, that you're going out on the road with me to go to the store or take a trip or whatever it may be, and can relate on our stories on life. And that's really my goal on the channel, is to make you feel like, hey, I'm just like that guy, or I want to be right there with that guy, or whatever it may be. And so it's a lot of work. I mean, last night I was up. I made one more video before I went to bed. I think it was close to 10 o'clock. By the time I finally finished uploading all my videos, and Gail claims that it got to be so late that Brian had to go to bed, and he didn't even get to watch the rest of them, but he can watch them today. But the whole point is, it's a lot of time, a lot of work, and I really do appreciate those that have given me some tips. That helps. Everything helps everybody. Every little bit helps. So whatever, if maybe they want to throw me a coffee tip or whatever, I appreciate it, because I enjoy doing this. And if I didn't, then I wouldn't be doing it. So I really do enjoy doing it. I bitch about the money a lot, but I haven't been doing that really much. I really haven't been doing that much anymore, just for the record. And, I don't beg people to watch my channel. I don't have the annoying hit the button, subscribe button to join my channel. Never have done that. My thoughts have always been, if you like what you see, you'll subscribe. If you really don't, then don't subscribe. So I get it. I understand. That's it. Camaro Z28. That thing is so badass. Would that be fun to drive around today? It would, but I have to work. So the other challenge here today is I have to go look at my schedule. I may not be able to go ride a motorcycle because I have to drive around all day. Not that people don't really connect the dots with in my life is, so I go drive 150 miles today. So when I get home, I just want to jump on a motorcycle and drive another 100 miles today. I mean, that's that. And that's where, when I had like Joe, then I kind of had, when I had somebody else who kind of really run the business and I could kind of disappear, it made it where then I wasn't living behind the wheel of a car in my life. And so then the motorcycle was fun because I did get out on the road. But when you drive, like me sometimes, 5-6 days a week, the desire to go drive around yet another day on something different. And that's why years ago I got a motorcycle and I worked off my motorcycle, because that changed up what I drove, and it gave me that motorcycle time. But over years, it became too much work to ride the motorcycle and work, and too dangerous because the people are too crazy around here. And I stopped doing that. But the real point is, if I didn't go anywhere all day long, then jumping on a motorcycle would even be that much more fun, because I get to go escape and go somewhere. But when I'm riding behind the wheel of a car all day long, working around the DC metro area, to come home at 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then to jump on a motorcycle to go sit in traffic and drive around, it's no fun. It ain't no fun, man. So that's why it's like, whatever. All right, that's it. I'm shut the hell up. Hope everybody's a blessed day. And stay tuned for more adventures on Ice HTV and Where's the Lightning. Hopefully they're finishing up today, so that we'll be back. How long we'll be back, we'll find out. God bless.